Montgomery Ward was a company that not only had stores nationwide, but were known for their mail-order catalog. The mail-order catalog is what primarily made Montgomery Ward as successful as they were. With the upcoming holiday Christmas season of 1939, Montgomery Ward wanted a children's Christmas story to add to their catalog for promotion. The idea to come out with a story for the holidays was due to previous success on distributing holiday coloring books to customers. After expenses were increasing, they decided to create their own item to give away for promotion. Robert Louis May was given the task to create a holiday story. May, a man known at company parties to be affluent in parodies and limericks, worked on the Montgomery Ward catalogs as a copywriter. May was born in Long Island, New York on July 27, 1905. Growing up in New York and later Connecticut, May majored in psychology at Dartmouth. At school, he studied the works of Alfred Adler, which may have motivated May to write children's stories that focused on a physical handicap and have an ending where the inferiority is overcome with at the end. He was first hired as a copywriter by R. H. Macy & Company after graduation. Afterward, he worked for J. L. Brandeis & Company as an advertising manager, where he met his first wife, Evelyn Ruth Hayman. He would later also work for Rich's department store, also as an advertising manager, as well as Butterick Company, Gimbel Brothers, before finally getting a low-paying job for Montgomery Ward as an in-house advertising copywriter. Robert May was given the task by management to write the children's story that was to feature a cheery animal story to be added to the upcoming catalog. He came up with the story of Rudolph, being influenced by the story The Ugly Duckling, about an underdog that became successful through adversity. He first named the reindeer Reginald and Rollo before finally choosing Rudolph. With the approval of his 4-year-old daughter, Barbara, he knew the story was ready. According to a story published years later in 1975, May said that his boss asked, "Can't you come up with anything better?" His boss also did not like the fact that the reindeer had a red nose, since red noses often signified drunks. To make his story more presentable, he went to the Chicago Lincoln Park Zoo with his daughter and an associate in the art department to draw some images to make the story complete. Their boss liked the concept. While May worked on his story, his wife, who had been fighting cancer, died on July 28, 1939. He stayed working on the story to complete his project since he wanted to finish it for her and their daughter, as well as using writing as an escape from her passing away and having to be a single father. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was released that year, and 2.4 million copies were printed and sent out throughout the country. At the end of World War II, the story was reprinted and distributed another 3.6 million copies. It is unknown how Robert May gained the copyright to the story, but a couple of ideas were first, Sewell Avery, the chairman of Montgomery Ward at the time, did not think Rudolph was anything but a holiday promotion. Another idea is that May, who was drowning in debt from his wife's medical bills, was given the rights as an act of kindness. Another theory is that May received an offer from RCA Victor for his poem to be used in a record, but not owning the rights, he asked Ward's officials. Avery wanted to use the book one more time as a Christmas giveaway in 1946 and did so. Afterward, with the help with the company vice president, Wilbur H. Norton, Avery gave May the copyright. The transfer was official on January 1, 1947. After acquiring the copyright, May's brother-in-law, Johnny Marks, got with May and wrote lyrics to a song about the story. Being turned down by Dinah Shore, Bing Crosby, amongst others, country star Gene Autry, who was persuaded by his wife, sang the first rendition. The song was released in 1949, and over 25 million records of the new song were sold. Robert May had difficulty, though, finding a publisher for his story since over 6 million copies had already been printed. He finally was able to sell the story to Harry Elbaum from Maxton Publishers. As managing his creation, May quit his job at Montgomery Ward and created his own company, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Enterprises, in 1951. Hoping to replicate his success, May wrote 2 additional sequels to Rudolph. The first, Rudolph's Second Christmas, which did not appear in book format until 1992, was released on RCA Victor phonograph in 1951. The second, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Shine Again, was published in 1954. By 1958, sales and interest for Rudolph was declining, and May went back to work at Montgomery Ward as a copywriter. In 1964, a Rudolph cartoon was produced by Rankin Bass that was narrated by Burl Ives and aired on television. Robert May continued to work at Montgomery Ward until 1971. May died in Evanston, Illinois Hospital on August 11, 1976. In addition to the story of Rudolph, May also published numerous other children's stories such as Benny the Bunny Liked Beans in 1940, Winking Willie in 1948, and Sam the Scaredest Scarecrow in 1972, but none were anywhere near as successful as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.